What's up, Ragin Nation? How y'all doing? This is Alex, you watching the Ragin Nation show Transformers 4 Edition. This is just a web series where I talk about all things that matter to me for the production of the fourth installment of the live-action Transformers film franchise directed by Michael Bay. This is update number 42, and we got a couple of things to talk about. But before I begin, what I got to talk about, we got to give a couple of shout-outs to some very cool Ragin Nation members, and that would be Nayo. Nayo, thank you very much for sending me those photos. If you don't already know, filming is taking place in Chicago right now, and Nayo was there in Chicago, and he took a couple of really cool photos to update me on what was going on. So thank you very much, Nayo. I really appreciate that. And another person I'd like to give a shout out to is Jerry. Jerry, thank you for taking those videos that you shot in Detroit. Check out his YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jerry48192. Chances are you might have already seen his videos, but if you haven't, check it out because he did all the filming when they were filming in Detroit for the China set. So really cool stuff, and thank you, Jerry, for making those videos available to the public. And of course, I want to thank you to members of the Ragin Nation who have been sending me all types of messages to my email, to my inbox on Facebook, the Ragin Nation page, and all these words of encouragement and thank yous. And you guys know who you are. Whenever you guys send me a message, I really appreciate it, and it really motivates me to continue doing what I do. So I do this for two reasons. One, and that is to offer my opinions about what I see on the internet about Transformers 4, and another thing is that I love what I do. I really enjoy it. I just do it for myself, and now I have another reason, and it's to do it for you guys. And when you guys give me words of encouragement, I really appreciate it, and it shows me that you support what I do. So thank you so much for that. Let's get on with the news. And over the course of the weekend, they were filming at LaSalle Street, and that was where a lot of action was going to take place. Car flips, pyrotechnics, explosions. So obviously there's going to be some major robot fighting going on, but actually not a whole lot of people could see anything. You would have people, pedestrians, you know, people who are passing by, and you couldn't really see what was going on at LaSalle Street. It was completely closed off, and even if you could see what was going on, you would have to view from a distance because they had it fenced off, and when you were viewing from a distance, all you would hear and see would just be explosions and a whole lot of smoke. So nobody could really make out what was going on, but for the people who could make out what was going on, you were able to see the regular suspects. That would be Optimus Prime, Hound, Bumblebee, both versions of Bumblebee, Drift, and Crosshairs. But no sign of anybody else, but our friend Nayo was able to send us a photo of the rusty truck. Once again, the flat-nosed truck was there. And that's really interesting because I really don't know who he could be. I've been giving out like possible speculation that this could be a Motormaster, or it could be even Grimlock, or even an ancient Decepticon, who knows. And a lot of people are saying that it could be Ultra Magnus or Nemesis Prime. But if that's true, then what about the Freightliner Argosy that was, you know, chasing Optimus Prime? So what's up with that? So big mystery there, but I'd like to thank Niall for sending me that photo. Another vehicle that was spotted on set was a white Camaro. And this white Camaro, I believe, is an older model. It doesn't look like the new model. In fact, it doesn't look like it at all. It does not look like the 2014 version that Bumblebee is. And I'm just wondering, why is there a white Camaro? Now, I reported earlier that the white Camaro was there for a possible commercial shoot, but now it looks like it's part of the Autobot team officially. Now, I can't be 100% sure on that because it is still a Camaro, and Bumblebee is a Camaro. Now, I'm wondering, like, what the heck is going on? Because I'm wondering, well, why did they pick a Camaro? Did they have a contract with Chevy that they have to use a certain amount of their cars? Or and another question is, did they just really run out of vehicles that they had to use? They could have used any other vehicle, but why pick a model of a vehicle that's already being used by or a brand of a vehicle that's already being used by a main character such as Bumblebee? You know, even though he is white, he's still a Camaro. And I'm just glad that it's two different models because it's going to be really confusing when you say that there's a Camaro spotted on set. Well, which one, a yellow one or a white one? Anyways, that's all I got to say about the Camaro. But it's just really interesting to me that they would actually pick a Camaro. Now, who could it be? I can't think of a whole lot of like white vehicles. red alert, but red alerts, you know, he's got light bars, you know, because he's an emergency response vehicle. So that I'm not too sure who a white Camaro could be. So who knows? Anyways, Mark Wahlberg was in an interview and he was saying that they're on to day 70 of 96 of the filming. They're almost done. They're on the home stretch. There's just a little bit over 2 weeks to go with regards to the filming, and that would be the filming in the US. They have like 16 days left of filming in the US, and then they're gonna move over to Hong Kong and China. They're gonna move over there at the end of September. I believe at the end of September they will be filming in Hong Kong in the Sham Shui Po district of Hong Kong. I've been to that area. I know what it's like, so it's gonna be really, really cool to see what they use in the terms of the geography over there, because it is kind of like a busy city district of Hong Kong. And then over in October, they're moving over to Beijing, the capital of China, and they're going to be blowing up some really amazing landmarks. Beijing is known for some really crazy architectural structures because of these buildings that they built for the Chinese Olympics, and they're gonna blow them up. There's gonna be some serious robot action that's gonna take place in China, and I don't know how I'm gonna report on that, or anyone's gonna report on that, because of, if you don't already know, well, Communist China has a full-on social media blackout. Okay, they don't just block out the media, but a social media blackout. Social media is totally frowned upon, so there's not gonna be Twitter, there's no Facebook, there's no YouTube. So it's gonna be, we're gonna find a very hard way to keep track of what's going on in China, which is kind of a good and bad thing. It's bad because we won't know what's going on, but it's also good because they can keep it under wraps, and then it's going to be an all big surprise to us. So I don't know what I can say with that, but all I know is that it's happening. It's happening in China, and once it's happening on October, all you gotta know is that things are gonna go boom, Bay explosions, Michael Bay style, Bayos, and all that. So there you have it. Another thing that I've got to talk about is Creo. Creo is in the news. If you don't know what Creo is, it's the toy line, which is they're Transformers Lego. Essentially, they're Transformers Lego, and there was a sneak preview of the Transformers Age of Extinction Creo figures, and you have Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and you have these three other guys. I don't know who they could be, but you kind of get an idea of which guys they are. I'm not even gonna guess who these guys are, but you guys can go ahead. But it's very curious to see that this is a representation of possible Autobots. I mean, a possible, like, they are Autobots, but representation of, like, possible, like, robot modes of these of mysterious alt modes. So there you have it. That's our first hint of what the robot modes could look like for these mysterious alt modes. So that's what's going on. Another thing we got to talk about is the Peter Cullen petition. This petition is created by Michael Nova. I'd like to thank Michael Nova for creating this petition to have Peter Cullen cameo as an extra, as a hologram truck driver. We don't know if it's going to happen. There's no word on if it's going to happen. It was mentioned in the call sheet that he is going to be playing a truck driver in a cameo. But none of that really is confirmed until we actually see it happen. And I'm just glad that there are fans out there like Michael Nova who put out a petition out there, who really want to make it happen. And I think it might be a little bit too late for it to make it happen, because there's not a whole lot of time left for filming. And who knows if that's going to even work at all. But one thing that one group of people that I really want to thank is the Ragin Nation. You guys watched my last video, and because of that, we got like 1,000, at least 1,000 petition signatures just for this call to action. So I really appreciate you guys for doing this. Even if it's not gonna happen, you guys have done something very awesome, and that is you to have answered the call. And you guys are really dedicated Transformers fans. Some of you guys might not even know how dedicated you are, but you are dedicated enough to make a change. So thank you very much for that. Thank you for answering my call to action. And, you know, one day I'm going to call again for your help, and I hope that you guys can help me if ever I need it, because I will be there for you. If you guys ever need me to plug your YouTube channel, if you need me to promote you know, something that's fan related, Transformers fan related, I'll do it for you, because I love it when you guys come together and show me your your artwork and collections and things like that. It's really cool, and I'm a fan's fan, you know, like it's something where I'm a fan who creates videos like these for fans. So really appreciate it, all this, and at the end of the day, this is all for the fans, all right? Or all for the fandom, rather. All right, anyways, last thing I gotta talk about is the Ragin Nation All Access Passes. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay, it's right there. All Ragin Nation All Access Passes that have been paid for have all been sent out. So if you haven't received yours yet, they're on the way, and you guys are all eligible for the prize giveaway that's coming up very soon. And all the inquiries about the Ragin Nation All Access Passes have been responded to. Any new questions that are coming up, I will respond to them as soon as possible. So there you have it. And also subscribe to the A3U Review if you want to see me, Spencer, and Boris talking about and reviewing and comparing Transformers toys. Make sure you subscribe to youtube.com/A3U Review. Now let's get on to some collection photos. Let's do collection photos, and the very first collection photo we have from is Rick. Look at this massive collection on his dresser. It's huge. And Rick, I just gotta say something. Make sure you keep those blinds closed. Of course, you want to keep the blinds closed because you want to avoid sun damage, okay? Make sure the sun isn't showing directly on your toys because you don't want them to just lose their color. All right, so very, very cool collection. Rick, thanks for showing me. It's awesome. It's totally awesome. Another collection I want to show you is from Yusef. And this is a sweet collection because it's just a plethora of everything. You got Masterpiece, you got Generations, you got Fall of Cybertron, you got classics, you got reissues. It's looking great, and I hope that you have more shelf space because it's looking kind of cluttered, so I'm worried that, you know, are you going to be able to put more guys on there? Anyways, very cool collection, and thank you for showing me, Yusef. And the last collection photo is from Nicholas, and Nicholas, you have a really cool collection because I read your email and you were explaining to me that these guys are all Cyberverse, and by having a Cyberverse collection you can have the entire collection of Autobots and Decepticons, or at least a decent amount of them, because they are all one size and they're more accessible and more easier to collect. So very smart of you for sticking to the Cyberverse line. That's really awesome. They look great. When you have a line of figures that are just one size, for example, if they're deluxe or Legion class or deluxe class, it doesn't matter, or Voyager class, it doesn't matter. But the main thing is that you're able to keep it all one size and it looks very uniform. You have them all in vehicle mode and they look great. So thank you, Nicholas, for showing that to me. And there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this video. Now I got a question for you guys at the Ragin Nation. There's a whole bunch of mysterious vehicles out there: a white Camaro, a Freightliner Argosy, a rusty flat-nose truck, the Pagani Huayra, and also the Lamborghini Aventador. Why don't you list them all below of which characters you think they are? Let me know in the comment section below which do you think those 5 characters are. Oh, along with the Sonic RS. Let me know who you think those 6 characters are. And let's refer back to this video later on and see which one of you guys guessed right. So there you have it. Stay tuned for the next episode and all my other videos because we got a lot of cool things to talk about. We got some more Ragin Nation mail. We got toy hunts, and we also got, of course, update number 43. And as well, we got some more video coverage from CyberCon. CyberCon happened in Tacoma, Washington last month, and I got some videos for you guys. So there you have it. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. What does that mean? Does that mean that this place is transforming into Metroplex? Or is it Triptychon attack?